Have you ever thought about what small signs a woman might show that she has been with more than one man? Today's video looks at 11 important signs that could point to a complicated love past. We'll show you things that might surprise you, like small changes in behavior or enticing hints. Let's find out how these signs might change the way you think about relationships and personal ties. How she handles her phone is one of the most important things to look out for. If she is too secretive about how she uses her phone, that could be a sign that something is wrong. She always has her phone with her and never leaves it alone, not even for a second. Her guard might go up if you ask her about it or try to look at her screen. This amount of secrecy could mean that she is hiding someone or something. You may also notice that when you're close, she quickly changes screens or stops apps. Some signs that she might not be telling the truth are that she usually takes calls alone or doesn't have her phone out when you're together. If she has more than one password and doesn't want to share them, it can also make it hard to talk to her. It's normal to want to keep things private, but if she's being too secretive, it could mean that she's talking to other people about things she doesn't want to share. Patterns need to be seen and dealt with through open and honest conversations. Being honest and trusting are important in every relationship, and knowing these signs can help you deal with problems before they get worse. Another important sign is if her goals shift and you are suddenly left out of her plans. In a healthy relationship, both people should easily include the other in their plans for the future and their lives. But if you notice that she makes choices without thinking about how they will affect you or keeps you from important parts of her life, that could be a big red flag. For instance, she could begin to hang out with friends more or try new things that don't involve you. This change in attention can make you feel like you are no longer important, putting you on the outside. Aside from that, you may have noticed that she makes big choices about her life without telling you about them. For example, she might move towns, change jobs, or start new hobbies. Most of the time, people in a committed partnership should talk about these choices. For those who don't, it could mean that she's picturing a future without you. If you notice this change, you need to talk to her about it right away to find out why her goals are shifting and how you can work through any problems that might be causing it. If she doesn't want to introduce you to her friends, that's a red flag. Meeting each other's friends is a normal part of a good relationship. It shows that she likes you and wants you to be a part of her group of friends. But if she keeps making reasons or seems hesitant to introduce you, it could mean there's something more going on. Some things she might say are that her friends wouldn't get it or that now is not the right time. Sometimes being late is normal, but avoiding things over and over again could mean she wants to keep some parts of her life separate, possibly because she's trying to hide things from you about her past or present activities. You might also find that she'd rather hang out with her friends than with you, which could make you feel alone and make you wonder how serious your relationship really is. It's important to know why she leaves you out of her group of friends, and that needs to be talked about in a thoughtful way. Say how you feel and ask her why she is the way she is. Clearing up misunderstandings and finding out if there's something bigger going on can be done through open conversation. Both people in a relationship should feel like they are important and included in the other person's life. One clear sign is how comfortable she is with physical closeness. Being comfortable with closeness can be a good trait, but it could also mean that the person has been with many other people before. If she acts sure of herself and brave in private places right away, it could be a sign of past events. She might, for example, make physical touch right away, or show that she is very comfortable in close quarters. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it could mean that she has a lot of experience with situations like this. You may also notice that she is willing to try new things in the bedroom, which can be exciting and tell a lot about her. But it's very important to know why this behavior is happening. Talking openly about how she feels about being close to you physically can help you understand her better. Be sensitive and respectful when talking about the subject, and instead of passing judgment, focus on encouraging open conversation. This can help you connect with each other better and build trust, making sure that both of you are on the same page about the physical parts of your relationship. Not wanting to talk about sexual health is another important sign to keep an eye out for. Talking openly about sexual health is important for every relationship because it makes sure that both people are informed and comfortable, which is important for a good intimate life. If she regularly avoids these talks, it could be a sign of trouble. If you bring up things like birth control, STIs, or your sexual past, she might change the subject or act awkwardly. This dodging can make it harder for you and your partner to trust each other and be honest. It's important to figure out why she doesn't want to talk about these important issues. Her reluctance could be based on bad experiences in the past or a lack of priority in these conversations. To deal with this, you need to be patient and understand. Make sure the chat takes place in a safe, non-judgmental space, and let them know that talking about sexual health is important for both of you. You can help her feel more open and comfortable by bringing up the subject with care. This will improve your relationship and make sure that both of you have the same ideas about sexual health. You should also be wary if she often tells stories about her past that aren't clear or don't make sense. It's normal to assume some consistency and detail when someone talks about their life. A red flag could be that her stories don't always have details or seem to change every time she tells them. For instance, when she talks about relationships or social events from the past, the details are often not clear or may even be contradictory. She might talk about an event one day and then tell a different story the next time. This lack of stability can make it hard to figure out what she really means and what she has been through. There are many possible reasons for her behavior. She could be trying to hide parts of her past or not wanting to share honest information. In some cases, it might even mean she is making up parts of her story to make herself look a certain way. To deal with this, it's important to create a trusting and open space. When her stories don't match up, ask her to explain them gently and let her know that you value honesty. You can help her feel more comfortable sharing her real experiences by supporting open communication. This will make your relationship stronger and more honest. Avoiding emotional connection is a big red flag that you should pay attention to. Emotional intimacy, which means sharing feelings, ideas, and experiences on a deeper level, is just as important as physical intimacy in a healthy partnership. If she always keeps you mentally distant, it could mean she has deeper problems or has been through a traumatic event in the past. You may find that she doesn't want to talk about her feelings or personal things. She will often avoid chats that require her to be emotionally open or change the subject when things get too personal. This kind of behavior can make it hard to connect on a deeper level, leaving you feeling far away and unconnected. There are several possible reasons for her behavior. She may be wary of getting too close because she has been hurt in the past, or she may not have had the chance to learn how to be emotionally close to someone. This can get in the way of trust and connection in your relationship. To solve this problem, we need to be patient and learn. Make it safe for her to talk about her feelings and thoughts by not judging her. Tell her that you care about her mental health and want to learn more about her. Emotional closeness takes time to build, but you can improve your connection and deepen your relationship with consistent work and open conversation. One sign that something is wrong is if she keeps comparing you to her ex-partners. It's normal for old relationships to affect present ones, but comparing people all the time can be hurtful and damaging. If she talks about her ex-boyfriends a lot, especially in a way that makes you feel bad about yourself or judged, it can make you feel unsafe and tense in the relationship. You might notice that she talks about how her ex-boyfriends handled certain situations or points out traits in them that she thinks you lack. When people compare you to others, it can make you feel like you're being judged by their standards instead of being liked for who you are. Also, her behavior could mean that she hasn't fully moved on from her ex-boyfriends and may still have feelings that haven't been settled or a lack of closure. It's important to talk about this problem freely. Tell her how these comparisons make you feel and how they're affecting your relationship and self-esteem. Help her stay in the present and enjoy the unique things about your relationship that make it special. You can leave the past behind and build a relationship built on mutual respect and appreciation if you talk to each other and try to understand each other. Another sign to watch out for is if she cares too much about how she looks. It's normal to care about how you look, but worrying too much about it can sometimes be a sign of deeper problems or fears. If she spends a lot of time and effort on how she looks, it could mean that she wants approval from other people, possibly because of relationships in the past where looks were important. You may have noticed that she talks a lot about how she looks, is always looking for compliments, or goes to great steps to impress people with her looks. This kind of behavior can make both people in the relationship feel unsafe and put pressure on each other. If she always seems to need approval from other people, it could mean that she's trying to make up for times in the past when her worth was based on how she looked. To deal with this issue, it's important for both people in the relationship to have good self-esteem and appreciate each other. Sincere compliments will help her remember that she is valuable in more ways than one. Talk about how self-acceptance and confidence are important in a relationship because they help people connect better through understanding and support. You can improve both your relationship and your own confidence by working together to build a sense of self-worth and respect. Another sign that something is wrong is if she acts protective or jealous. Jealousy is a normal emotion in moderation, but if it happens too often or in large amounts, it could be a sign of deeper insecurities or unsolved problems from past relationships. You may notice that she gets mad when you hang out with girls or friends, even when they're just hanging out. This kind of behavior can lead to stress and fights, which can make both people feel suffocated and like they don't have any freedom in the relationship. There's a chance that she has trouble trusting you because she may have felt cheated or abandoned in the past if she often questions your loyalty or tries to control who you can spend time with. The best way to deal with this behavior is to talk about it openly. Assure her that you will be there for her and that trust is important for a good relationship. Help her talk about how she feels and what worries her, and set healthy limits together. You can deal with possessiveness and jealousy well by creating a sense of safety and mutual respect. The last thing to look for is if she avoids talking about the future a lot. When two people are seriously dating, it's normal for them to talk about their plans, hopes, and long-term goals for the future. However, if she avoids these topics or acts awkwardly when you bring them up, it could mean that she isn't sure or doesn't want to commit. When you ask her about her plans for the future, she might change the subject or give you an unclear answer. This behavior can make you feel anxious and unsure about the relationship, which can make you wonder how committed she really is. Talking about the future with her might be off limits, which could mean she's not ready for a serious relationship or is still dealing with feelings from the past. Dealing with this problem takes time and honest talk. Encourage her in a kind way to talk about how she feels about the future. By making her feel supported, you can make it easier for her to talk about her goals and figure out where you want your relationship to go. Putting together a strong base for your future together can help you trust and connect with each other more, which will let you both work toward your shared goals and dreams. Finally, these 11 important signs can help you figure out what kind of relationships a woman has had in the past. Knowing these signs is important for knowing how your relationship works and keeping the lines of communication open. If you see these signs, treat the situation with care and understanding. Being honest with each other can improve your relationship and help you deal with any problems that come up. If this video helped you learn something, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to make sure you don't miss any soon. Thank you for your help.